doing? This is Coach D from Code 31 Media TV Podcast.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to come back after having knee surgery March 20th. Took off April. We back here in May, and it's only right that we come back with a banger. Yeah. But before I introduce my special guest, I got to shout out Keith Perrin, my official sponsor, FUBU, for this amazing throwback jersey that he blessed me with, and the hoodie as well. And I also want to shout out my sponsors, Hot Granny, and my anonymous hot, sponsor of the magazine. Without them, it would not be possible this month. So shout out to y'all. But I want to introduce my guest. Introduce yourself, young man.
You know what time it is. It's your man, Big Vegg. You know what time it is. We here. Something serious.
Something serious. So,
y'all better stop
Big
playing.
Vegg, my first question to you is, when did you fall in love with doing media?
That actually came a little later. I want to say maybe 2012. Because I actually ran like a radio show, so I know what math is going through right now. So respect the engineer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I relate. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I ran a recording studio. Like my career spans at least 20 plus years in this game.
Wow.
First coming in as a sound engineer, doing that for about 16 years, and in the middle of that, I started my radio show, and then I started shooting, and I learned how to shoot, self-taught. But to answer your question, 2012.
All right, so before media, like when you were a child growing up, what was your dreams of a professional career?
I mean, at first I wanted to be a teacher because I was, I always like to teach people or put people onto game. But then that quickly changed, and then because I started getting into music. I mean, I've been listening to music since young. I mean, I came from the 90s. I'm a 90s head. As you can see.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the flavor is something serious, right? But to answer your question, at first it was a teacher, but then it changed. I fell in love with actually making the music.
Okay.
Becoming a sound engineer.
Okay.
And that kind of started. That was like my start.
And who gave you like the biggest opportunity when you first got in the game?
Well, me and my boy Jonathan Jay, we both shout out to him. He actually runs a restaurant, Good Roots and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That I'm actually rocking with. Me and him started a studio together, and he kind of got me into it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just fell into it, and then I just fell in love with sound engineering. At first I tried to produce, but respectfully, you have to be somewhat of a weirdo to be a producer. And I say that respectfully. Don't kill me in the comments or nothing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? but you have to have you have to have a groovy, creative mind. Yes. To be a producer. You know what I'm saying? So I tried producing, but then I just fell in love with just sound engineering, recording, mixing, and creating and altering sound. And but yeah, my man Jay, me and him ran a studio, so that, I guess you could say him.
And so, what gives you your eclectic style, like with the pendants and stuff?
Well, it's first of all, this represents me, and I'm like I told you earlier, I'm a '90s. I come from the golden era, an era I could say is one of the, if not the best, one of the best eras in hip hop. We are on the 50th year of hip hop.
Yes.
So that era should be celebrated very much so. That and the early 2000s.
Yes.
But to answer your question, I mean the medallions. I mean in the 90s, especially the African pendant.
Yes.
Everybody wore these.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like do the right thing, love
yes.
hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I was a big fan of the golden era and what came out of it. And then on another note, everybody nowadays aren't really rocking these. Like either they're rocking fake chains or whatever, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and these are I feel like people know me when they see these, and if they don't, they want to get to know me, because if I step into a room, I'm the alien.
Right.
I'm wearing baggy jeans. I'm wearing I'm not wearing my fedora today because I'm not working.
Right.
Usually I have my fedora on, my press fedora, right?
Right.
Today I got the Kango. I'm in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm just myself, and this is a part of my style that makes me stand out when I walk in the room. Like, oh, yo,
right.
Those chains are cool. Like, like I'm walking down the street, a homie be like, yo, especially if I'm in Harlem.
Okay.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Peace, King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so.
So, and what other things do you use to make you stand out when you go into these different events?
I feel like my energy. I'm a very energetic type of brother. I always try to bring positive energy to any type of situation. Like I feel like, and today is a perfect example because before this interview, I ran into a lot of people and it's always smiles and yo, Vegg is here. Like the energy's dope. Like I have a great rapport with people. Like when 4 out of 5 people will bring me up in a good light.
Okay.
Then the 5th one will be the hater.
Okay, but why? Because there's nothing about you for them to hate.
No, because if you had no haters, you ain't popping.
I hate when they say that.
Wait, hold on. Respectfully, because I'm humble.
Yeah.
But you know, but that's what it is. Like,
but that irks my nerves when people say that because really? It's like I don't want no haters. Like I don't want to be popping.
I hear you.
Because I that's just.
Well, I'm saying, okay. Let me rephrase that. Then you're not being talked about. You know what I'm saying? You're not being talked about because everybody talks about Code 31.
Yeah,
right.
They do.
Magazines,
it's pretty obvious.
Shows,
it's pretty obvious.
Every time I'm gonna give you your flowers. Every time you got a new interview out, the mayor, Fat Joe, the list goes on. Yes. You're being talked about, good or bad. It's publicity, right? But with me, I'm just a good person. So like I said. And so
how do you handle the hate? Because they shouldn't even be hating on you.
No, they shouldn't. But
oh my God.
I turn the hate into fuel. I use the hate to keep me pushing. You know, I make them want to hate me more.
That's or
if they don't, or I turn them into believers. Oh, damn, Vegg is too much of a good brother. I can't hate on him no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I F with Vegg. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how that goes. So shout out to the haters, shout out to the lovers.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody.
I mean, because the haters really do love you because if they're going to invest all that time into buying all these magazines and not even realize that they was my official sponsor of my podcast.
Right. Or
shout out to them. You bought like 5 books, so you just became my official sponsor of my podcast and you didn't even know it. So shout out to you.
Or pressing play on a video or you know, whatever. Or commenting.
Shout out to you.
Regardless, they're watching. And
so what?
You know?
So if somebody wants to come into the business and do what you do, what's the pros and cons that you can give them?
Are we gonna go there?
Yeah, we going there. Inquiring minds want to know.
All right, so let's start with the pros, right?
Okay.
I mean, the best pro about the situation is the networking. You're gonna meet a lot of dope individuals that do what you do, or do other things that you would favor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You will get to travel. You get to go around places. You get to, you know, do anything you want to a degree. Like, you know, your creative mind is your push, right?
Yes.
You learn new things every day.
Yes.
I'm a camera operator. I learn a new thing every day. Like when it comes to editing, when it comes to shooting, when it comes to recording, when it comes to audio in media, all this is mixed in a gumbo pot to make something, right? You constantly learn things. I mean, yeah, you know, and then of course you get a chance to make some money.
Okay.
You know, I have a chance to live off of what I love doing.
Okay. A
lot of people can't do that.
That's a fact.
Either they make money and they're miserable, or they don't make money and they're happy. I have a chance to make money and love what I do.
Nice.
You know, so that's another pro. You know, if you get to a level where you're consistent and the grind, and you know, nothing happens overnight. I said it again. Nothing happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? You got to push. You got to be consistent, especially in this day and age of everything being so saturated, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about the cons now. Like we just talked about, the hate. You know, if you're media, you're coming into the game, like, you know, people look at you weird because your followers aren't up. We just had the discussion off air. We're not going to talk about who. You know who you are. But, you know, people are going to look at you different depending on how popular you are on social media. If you don't have a certain amount of followers.
That's the key now. It's not even about talent anymore.
People don't do the research, and it's like, oh, damn, she interviewed this person. He did this. He was here. Da-da-da-da. Like, you know, it's not a research thing. It's a people check your Instagram if your followers aren't
like
at a
I
certain
said,
level.
I know somebody with 200 followers on Instagram, and you'll go like, "Dag, their followers are low."
Right.
But if you go on their phone, they have everybody in the industry in their phone.
Once again,
so you probably just messed up an opportunity to
Right.
work with that person because you're so worried about followers that can be easily bought.
Right.
But being real can't be bought.
Right. That's right. That's right. I mean, another con. I mean, this could be considered a pro because of the outcome, but the struggle.
Yes.
Like, you know, climbing up the ladder. Like, you know, being a media correspondent.
Yes.
Isn't easy, especially as a female.
Yes.
You know, you have to deal with people, deal with certain situations. You get pushed to certain points where you don't want to do it because of certain situations and whatnot. And even as somebody like me, like being a nice person, you get taken advantage of because of being kind.
Yes.
You know, I'm a guy that always gives, and even my grandmother. Shout out to my grandma Vegg.
Yes. Shout out to grandma.
Yeah. You know, she tells me, you know, you can't be given too much.
Right.
But it's just my common nature to always show love. I was raised like that, to show love, you know what I mean? But my grandmother's like, you got to show that sometimes, you know what I mean?
And what encouragement can you give somebody that constantly has been told no, or people purposely try to sabotage their, you know, covering certain events because they know their light shines brighter than the demon inside of them?
I mean, we going there?
Here we are.
Okay. I mean, there's always a way in. And by that, I mean, if you're being blocked from getting into an event, if you're being blocked from interviewing somebody because of your certain status or quote unquote, you don't have that many followers, like hard work will shine. You got to push sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people are going to respect like your consistency. People are gonna respect like your rapport. Like, you know, people, once again, I'm brought up in a good light at 99.9% of the time. You bring up Big Vegg, you're gonna hear good things.
Yes.
Vegg, he knows what he's doing. Vegg, he's a good guy.
Yes.
Vegg, F with that brother.
Right.
He will take care of you. He will go all out. He'll go all the way for you. You know what I'm saying? So
But what about the people that are consistent like yourself and good, but they get blackballed or they get lied on because of the light? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the things that they bring in their triple threat.
I mean, the industry is, you know, we live in an unfortunate, shady industry where business, you know, if you have, like, you know, a lot of people talking bad on you, you kind of have to, like, alter that. You have to put in the work where if people are saying it, it has to match what you're doing.
Yes.
If that makes sense, right?
Yes.
Like, it just has to match that. Like, you can't just be talked bad on and you're doing good.
Right.
Like, there has to be like a match. I mean, don't get twisted. People gonna hate. People gonna hate. But you know, you just, you know, your consistency on what you're doing, like, it's gonna shine better. People gonna see, like, the good in you.
So you say your career spans over 20 years.
Correct.
Have you had a woe moment? Have you had several woe moments where you met somebody that you was like, oh my God, I can't believe I met them and I interviewed? So
when I interviewed unexpectedly Rakim.
Nice.
It's crazy. It's happened so randomly. Big shout out to my executive producer, Damon DeMille.
Shout out. Music Monday Video.
Yes. That's the band I represent. We were at an award show where a lot of icons were getting honored, from the Breakfast Club to Big Daddy Kane to so many dope people. And it's funny because when we got to the event, my executive producer told me to set up cameras, mics and all that stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. He said, yo, Vegg, I'll be right back. So he goes away for like 5 minutes. I'm setting up stuff. He's like, yo, Vegg, grab the camera and come with me right now. The mic's and all that. I'm like, okay. So we're running and literally we're walking backstage. I see Charlemagne. I see DJ Envy, you know what I'm saying? Angela Yee. And then I see Rakim. He's chilling, you know. See, the thing about Rakim, he's so cool. He's so laid back, you know, with the bass voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny, right? So chilling backstage, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And my executive producer is like, yo, Rakim, can we get an interview? Yeah, no doubt, baby, come on. So I do an intro real quick.
Yes.
And then we do the we're about to do the interview. And the funny thing is I had mad questions in my head, ready to go. And when my executive producer said action, I went blank.
Yes.
I lost all the questions I had, so I had to do that freestyle. And people say that's one of my dopest interviews. I think it's because of Rakim, respectfully, not to downplay myself, but I had mad questions. I had talked about his book, everything, but I just went. I don't know. I was so excited. I guess I just, but I made it look good because
right, because you're Vegg.
Sure,
It's pretty obvious.
But it's pretty obvious. but yeah, Code 31. Rakim was a wild moment. I had a chance to, talk to him for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I think that is
I had an actual interview with him at SOB. Shout out to Shampoo from YMBS.
Shampoo.
I got 2 minutes with that man that night.
Word.
That's all it takes is 2 minutes.
Give me 2 or 3.
You don't need much time with these legends. Right, you know what I mean? Because I've seen other media and they taking forever to get through their interviews, and it's just like
crazy.
Dude, it doesn't take that long.
2-3 minutes
for you to make an impact with the legends.
Right.
So kind of cut it down to there's other people that need to interview these people. So like have consideration.
Right. No, but Rakim is a dope person. Like he's just a dope individual.
So that was your number one. Do you have any others? Because it's been a 20-year.
What else? Oh my God. I covered the first Rock the Bells festival.
Okay.
So that was dope.
Who'd you see there?
Oh man, Large Professor. I met I want to give him the proper term. He's one of the people that work with on LL's team for Rock the Bells.
Okay.
I forget the term. I'm not gonna say the term wrong.
So you're gonna be there this year then?
I would hope so. Yeah.
I would love to be there this year, guys. Somebody put the word in for Code 31 Media Magazine.
Right.
I'll cover the whole event and put it in the magazine. Ain't nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm changing the magazine game.
Changing the game.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I've had so many, but I would honestly have to get back to you because that's
okay.
20 years, yo.
Yeah, 20 years.
Okay. So when it comes to my sound engineering career, I had a chance to mix vocals for Sean Price.
Nice.
Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Yes.
I had a chance to mix vocals for Raekwon.
Okay.
Raekwon, the chef, excuse me.
Yes.
Keith Murray. So, I did a couple things, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A little something.
So, what are we working on now?
Right now, as I told you, man, I kind of fell back a little bit to kind of take a step back, to take a step forward. I'm literally, I'm stacking my chips up and buying equipment and stacking up on new cameras equipment so my quality could go up. I literally just bought some MacBooks, so I'm good on that because that's the brain. No computer, no brain. You can't do nothing without computers, respectfully. It's 2023, y'all. Get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but what about the person that can't afford the MacBook or get the programs? Like, are there any apps that they can start just to practice and get a little bit better?
There is, but you gotta stack your money up. Unfortunately, this is an expensive business. It's like golf.
Yeah.
Okay, camera lenses are expensive.
Yes.
Computers are expensive. Camera bodies are expensive. Like just to record.
Okay, so what advice would you give somebody that wants to start making money? Like you said, you have to make money in this industry, but a lot of times these events, they don't want to pay you. They just want you to cover their event. So what kind of technique or advice you could give somebody to make money to get the equipment that they need?
Build the rep first. You're going to have to sacrifice the time. You know what? Okay. Build the rep because you got to put hours in. You can't just be out here asking for $10 million and you ain't do nothing yet, respectfully. Like, people going to look at you like, who are you? Like, not even if you have followers or not. Like, if your name doesn't at least buzz with people, like, people gonna look at you like, why am I paying you? Like, what's the point? What's the point?
Right.
You have to build some type of rapport. You have to build a reputation. Out here. You know what I'm saying? People, because when you apply for somebody for a job, they're gonna ask for references, right? They're gonna go around and ask, what has he done? What has she done? Is he good with this? Is he good with that? And depending on how that goes, you get hired or you don't.
Right.
But my advice is put the hours in. You want to make money? It's not gonna happen overnight.
Right.
It's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time to recoup from what you put in, especially the hours. And sometimes it depends on the opportunity too. Sometimes the opportunity weighs more than getting money.
Yes.
It's not always about money.
It's really not.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I've done a whole lot.
And I still to this day will do free work.
Right.
It just depends on if it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Don't get twisted. We have bills to pay. We have to,
Yes.
we have to do things.
Yes.
If that's the case, respectfully, don't quit your day job.
Listen, because workers' comp sees me with the magazines and the interviews and stuff, they
me?
think I'm getting a whole lot of bread. I'm not getting nothing.
You get enough.
No, I'm not getting no money out of this,
okay.
but I'm getting
Yeah.
the respect and the
The
grind,
rep.
the rep. Yeah,
The rap, yeah.
yeah. I'm building a reputation up, but there's no money there right now, so
Yeah.
y'all could back up off me workers' comp.
But it's coming though. It's gonna
coming.
Come.
It's gonna come.
And also a big thing. I'm a spiritual brother. Like manifestation.
Yes.
Speaking to
I've been
existence.
manifesting everything. Like I
Right.
said, I just interviewed the mayor in New York, Senator Cordell Clare.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Eric Adams, Jamani Williams. Shout out to all of them. I'm going into the political world now. Because the knuckleheads don't really travel to that side.
Yeah.
So you have to, you know what I'm saying?
Switch it up.
Put in your own lane of doing stuff outside of what everybody else is doing.
Absolutely.
So I'm working on manifesting my mayor media license, certificate or badge or whatever. So once I get that, it's really gonna change things.
Game time.
You have that yet?
I don't. And I'm not saying I don't need it, but like I said, I'm at a point where I'm kind of like I said, I fell back a little bit to take a step forward.
Right.
And I'm probably gonna get that sooner or later. But at the moment,
yeah, all you need is like 6 political events.
Okay, well, how many have you done so far?
I got 5.
Okay. Oh, so you almost there.
I'm waiting for them to approve that last one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Game time. Code 31 gonna be.
I get that.
Listen.
Okay, you in? Come and get your license.
Catch Code 31.
We
Code
manifesting that.
Catch Code 31 at your next political event.
Yes.
Stop playing.
Yes. I already did over 6 political ones.
Wow,
so
that's what's up.
We're just waiting for them to approve me and
get that badge.
Then we moving forward, man.
Right, that's what's up.
And shout out to Alonzo. That's my cameraman.
Alonzo,
He's been pushing for me to
Alonzo,
get this.
what's up, man?
This media license.
Respect the shooter.
Yes.
Respect the shooter.
Yeah, he's been there pretty much for all my biggest moments from KRS-One. To T.I., to Rakim. He's been there
Fat
for
Joe.
all those moments. Actually, he wasn't there for Fat Joe.
Oh, damn.
Because he was working with somebody else that day.
Okay. No hate, though. No hate.
No hate, because he gave me Owlman. Owlman is amazing.
Okay. Owlman, that's right. That's my dog. Yeah,
Owlman is amazing. Listen, my camera team, my cameramen are amazing.
Yo.
And you're part of that team.
Yo, I was there from the beginning.
Yes.
When we did the Bronx event.
Yes.
We did Eric Sermon.
Yes.
That was dope.
Yes. When
Eric Sermon.
That was
dope,
amazing.
Man. That was dope, man. Absolutely.
And shout out to the Violators.
That's what we done too.
They gave me an opportunity to cover the 9/11 Celebrity Gala with Soho Johnny.
Yeah.
And at that event, I interviewed Mario Van Peebles, Randy Edelman.
Dope.
Gosh, so many people, rock stars. The young man from the Village People.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So many
and the young man from Anthrax, I think the drummer. So it was just so many amazing people.
So many people, absolutely, man. We here though, man. Y'all better stop playing. Make sure y'all tap in. You know what I mean? We here, S.STREET Media. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube.
Yes, go to the YouTube.
Make sure you tap into Code 31 Media.
Yes.
You follow her, follow the magazine.
Yes.
Tap into the YouTube, the YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you follow me too, your man Big Vegg,
Yes.
BIGVEGG_. And Music Money Videos, of course, that's the brand.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody.
So what we got going on with that?
Music Money Videos. We're slowly but surely branding. We're out here doing like behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. We're tapping into a lot of behind the scenes.
Sheen Magazine. You also work with
Sheen Magazine. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Sheen Magazine. Mm-hmm. I had a chance to do. Oh, you just reminded me. I did Cisco for them. Cisco, Ja Rule. Mano, Hoops,
So how was it interviewing them?
It was dope. Cisco loved my energy. That was cool. Literally after the first thing he said, I love your energy. He said that, and I love to bring energy to a
Is this somebody that you have interviewed that you was like you had them like up here, and then you interviewed them and they just showed you another side? You was just like, dang, like.
I haven't had any bad experiences. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say no because I'm sure there was one, but I've had so many good interviews that I can't even think of that. Like I don't think negatively.
Like I haven't had any negative experiences. Like I said, I had to put KRS-One on the cover, guys, because he made me feel so comfortable, and I was so nervous. It was my first interview ever.
I'm sure Chris was cool.
He was so cool. He gave me like a 10-minute interview. Wow. And then I saw him again at the Borough concerts. And he gave me another interview, but it was funny. No, I didn't have the magazine.
Oh, okay. It was just another interview.
I just did the magazine last year, October.
Right. Okay, I got you.
This is my new baby.
Gotcha.
But I remember in the first interview, he was like, he had a flip phone. He said, I don't go any further than the flip phone.
Really?
So when I saw him the second time at the Borough concerts, everybody was interviewing him. Yeah. And I said, what can I ask him that nobody's asking? I said, the flip phone.
Yeah.
So I brought it. I said, do you still have the same flip phone? He was like, no. I said, oh, so you upgraded to a big... He said, no. I upgraded to another flip phone. I ain't going no further than the flip phone. So I go, well, let me see. You got the phone? And he pulled the phone out. And my photographer caught that moment.
That's what's up,
and
man.
this was actually the moment right here, right before he pulled the phone up. So
that's so funny.
That was classic. And then, like I said, I got to meet him a few weeks ago and actually give him the magazine. So. And also T.I., you know, when he became a comedian.
Yeah, you interviewed him.
At the Barclays.
You were the only one that interviewed him.
I was the first one to interview him when he came off stage.
Okay.
But initially they was like, no access to him and Little Kim, and I'm like, well then why are we here?
Right, what's the point?
Why are they not letting us have access? I never understood that.
Right.
Why would you come perform somewhere and then you don't want to give people access to interview you?
But you see what you did? You challenged it. You didn't just say, "Oh, okay, fine, no problem,"
no,
and then walk away.
I didn't challenge it. What happened is he got booed, and that changed the whole narrative. And then he decided to come down and grant everybody an interview. So shout out to him for being, you know, a man, because somebody else would have been like, "Hell no, I got booed."
In the worst way, right?
New York, you know what I mean?
Right,
he accommodated everybody that was in that room. It was maybe 4 or 5 of us in the room, and it was young man from Humor Mill. He was supposed to interview him first, and he was like, nah, you could go first.
Oh, that's dope.
And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Because he had just got into it with the comedian in Atlanta, remember, at her club. And then now you're getting booed. So I'm like, what do I say? So I was
like, you the first one catching the fire.
Right. And listen, I'm not messy. I will never bring up nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So the first thing I said to him was, what's next for T.I.? And then I allowed him to talk about...
To tell his story.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
That's the thing for me. I'm not a messy person when it comes to media or outside of media.
I'm the same way. I don't bring up no messy...
I don't understand why people think...
We not, you know...
For 15 minutes of fame, you're going to ruin that nobody else is going to want to interview with you.
Right. We're not loving hip-hop, yo.
No. So,
respectfully.
Yeah, so like I said, when it comes to doing media stuff like that, what keeps the fires burning for you after 20 years?
I mean, it's just the love to do it. You know, I love the craft. You know what I'm saying? I do research. You know what I'm saying? When I have a sit down, like when I sit down with somebody, like I research them. You know what I'm saying? Like I make sure, like I bring up points that I would hope that another host wouldn't bring up, you know, kind of like you and Chris with the flip phone. Yeah, no one else knew that but you. So that was already your leverage. Yes. Your leverage, like you got that, right?
Yes.
So, you know, it's just the craft. Like I always like to study somebody's story. I like to get the story out to people, and I like to create an inspiration. So when people are watching, it's like, oh wow, they did this. They overcame trials and tribulations to become this.
Yes.
Especially our legends, right?
Yes.
You know, our legends have gotten to this point by overcoming hella obstacles.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, I'm sure you interviewing and me interviewing, so many OGs in this game.
Yeah.
So
it was weird because before Versus came out, I had talked to Eric Sermon about that. I said, the legends are not getting their flowers, and I really wanted to do something on the legends. This was even before the magazine came.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, we need to work on that. And then I seen him a couple of years later, and I said, you remember that talk we had? And he said, absolutely. I remember what you said about giving us our flowers, but then they came out with the Verses and stuff.
Oh wow, really?
Now everybody's into the legends and stuff.
Oh, word.
But they wasn't checking for them back then.
No, they wasn't.
So I'm always like a few years ahead with my ideas and stuff. But when you don't have the backing or the financial, situations, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, and you didn't know what you were really. I mean, you knew what you were saying, but you didn't know the impact of what could be.
Right.
So you were just talking to him. Right. So you were just on some like blah blah blah, just on some convo shit, and but it's all good though. Regardless,
and like I said, when I wrote for other magazines, my only vision for my magazine was just one magazine issue of the magazine with all my biggest accomplishments in it. But then, like I said, shout out to Jerry Fontillo from Fontillo Photos. He was like, nope.
Jerry, my dog.
He was like, nope. We're gonna create your own magazine. And we gonna put you on the cover with everybody, like Oprah.
Oprah. That's
Oprah
right.
Be on every cover.
Yeah, right.
And and then I said, I wanted to do the TikTok edition, so I could, showcase social media influence as well. So now we're working on part 2. But shout out to these young ladies that are featured on the magazine. So
that's what's up.
You say you taking a break to?
Well, I mean, not a break. I'm just, I'm kind of being a little bit choosy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If someone hits me up and, I'll do anything for you.
I know that's right.
You know that. But, it just has to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if I'm not getting paid.
Right.
If you're not taking care of my travel.
Right.
Like, it really has to make sense for me to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're taking me away from. Because I'm coming from Rockland County.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which could be considered upstate New York, but not
Westchester.
really. Yeah, exactly. 845. You know what I'm saying?
I went to school up there.
Right.
Mercy College.
There you go.
Ferry, New York.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to live in Yonkers and Hastings.
914. That's what's
come
up.
on now.
Shout out to the
I know
locks.
about Westchester County.
Man, J. Blige and all that. Yeah,
that's it.
But yeah, I'm coming from over the Tappan Bridge. So like I'll come out, but like I said, it just has to make sense for me to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just have to make sense. But I'm not necessarily taking a break. I'm just being a little bit choosy because things are a little bit different.
Right.
I'm stacking my chips up. I got my queen.
Yes.
So
he's in love now, guys. He's off the market.
Off the market. Shout out to my queen Ree.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing.
Definitely
a blessing. She's a blessing. She's a blessing. You know what I mean? So if you're taking me away from her, if you're taking me away from being home editing, or if you're having me come out, it has to make sense.
Right.
Period.
Now, like I said, with the editing, because I do my own editing and stuff, but I
yes,
use
you do.
An InShot and I use Canva and stuff like that.
You be using a whole bunch of things.
I mean, I gotta use what I have. I have to get it done. But like I said, look, Jerry is like my godfather, so to speak. Like, he calls me every morning and he's like, yo, D,
shout out to Jerry.
You gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Right.
Man, forget. He's like, you should love the haters. I would love for somebody to be hating on me every day, because your numbers is going up on the magazine, and every time she make a video or something, your numbers is going up. So let's keep it going.
That's right.
And he's like, D, you got to you have so much content. Just keep putting out content in your magazine.
Keep pushing. People gonna respect it.
But I also have a real life. I'm a caregiver to my parents. I just had surgery. I still have injuries and stuff. So it's crazy. But I love doing the media. I love doing media, and it's like my mental peace.
Yeah.
It's not about money.
Yeah, it's not.
It's about the peace that it brings me.
Just getting people's stories out,
Getting people's stories
Inspiration.
out. That's why I did the TikTok edition, guys, to get people's story out.
Right.
Not to market off people's pain.
Right.
Just to give them a magazine, an outlet, an opportunity to show their story, to show their family and friends that no matter what we've been through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We overcame it, and
Make
now
it
I
happen.
can tell my story in a magazine.
Make it happen, man.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do with my magazine, and also for the events. There's plenty of magazines out here, but they are not coming to cover your event and put the whole event in the magazine. They're going to probably do it now because they see me doing it, but you're still not me. It's Coach D, and it's pretty obvious.
And it's Code 31?
You already know. So Where can they reach you?
Yeah. Big Veg, BIG, VEGG _ you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Big Veg. You know, we here. You know. All right. Matt telling us we got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Copy that. Big Veg _ on Instagram. You can just Google me, honestly. I've been in this game for a long time, so you could just Google me. I'm not even trying to sound cocky. Like you put Big Veg in, you're gonna see a whole bunch of joints come up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know,
we gotta get you in the magazine as well.
I would love that. I would love that.
And you
Let me know.
What I'm saying? And we gotta be the dynamic duo like we was back in the day.
I know. It's just, you know, we've been busy, but it's not like you left me, I left you. It's just we've been on our own separate paths, and we've been doing our own thing. But definitely, you know,
now we got to bring it back like Voltron.
Coach D, whenever you reach out to me, whenever I can, you know, I'm here for you.
Right,
and it's genuine
today. Yes,
you know, I got you.
Yes, and
whenever,
I got you.
and you know, you got me.
Yes,
and it's all genuine. You know, it's all.
Like I said, you bring people over here,
right,
to the podcast, and we can do write-ups in the magazine.
I got you.
And
vice
let's
versa.
do it. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Like I said, he said we got 10 more minutes, so.
Plug.
Plug these magazines, all right? Especially the TikTok edition, guys. We got 21 TikTokers that we are featuring in the magazine. Shout out to Nikki, My Life, My Reality. Shout out to Hot Granny, who is also a sponsor of the magazine and the podcast. And we got so many people in here from Big Baby Scotty. You know what I'm saying? We got Trini. We got Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie. She just launched her mental health awareness show on TikTok Monday nights at 6 p.m.
Shout out to Tiff.
You know what I mean?
Tiffany, peace.
Stephanie.
I said Tiffany.
Yes,
check.
yes.
What's wrong with me?
Stephanie.
Excuse me.
She's doing great. I had encouraged her a year ago to do her mental health show on it. We got Blue. She was born with a detachment of her brain.
Wow.
They didn't think that she was going to live a normal life. And now she's on TikTok. That's another one that I encourage. And now she goes live and she dances and she's like my adopted niece. We got Trinette Miller.
Shout out to that.
We got Horse. She had heart surgery. And
a bunch of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? We got King, who is the son of Hot Granny. He's the youngest one in my magazine. We got Mish. We got Queen Gemini.
Yeah.
So and they have amazing stories. I got the anti-stop bullying. You know what I mean? Stop online bullying. You know what I mean? We got First Real Diva.
Yeah.
We got the First Real Diva 1. We got
no
Lisa.
doubt.
We got Miss Pooh. She lost 2 kids to fentanyl in a 4-month span.
Ouch.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So she's on there. She has her clothing line. 1 More Kiss. Then like I said, we got Nikki, the feature. She has a 2-page spread in the magazine. We got David Pate. He has Down syndrome. He has over 400,000 followers on TikTok. Then we got Jay. If you need psychic reading, she got you. We got Agape Love is a Thing clothing line by Hot Granny, and she has On the Grind magazine coming out. We got Boston Beauty. We got another advertisement from Rasta and the Cowboy. You know what I mean? We got JC coming all the way from Germany. We got Toya, you know what I mean, and her story. And then we got Hot Granny. Let me tell you something real quick about Hot Granny. She was born out of RAPE, then incest. Then she married a young man that was a pastor in church. She thought her life would change. She went through a 15-year domestic violence situation. She got out of that. She got divorced. She's remarried now. She has her own cleaning business. And like I said, she persevered. She persevered. Yeah. But she also makes me believe in my platform that we're going to be working on a storefront. So I'm going to have a storefront soon. I'm going to have a new house. Yes.
Okay.
A storefront. And it's going to have everything from, like say if you do TikTok or Reels, I'm going to have a section in the store where you can make your own video. Remember, I don't know if you remember the Coliseum Mall on Jamaica Avenue. We used to do dance videos with the VHS tape.
Yeah.
I want to bring that back, but with you know, to where you could do your reels or
keep
your
that
TikToks.
to yourself.
Listen, I don't care what people listen. They are not gonna present it in the way that I am.
All right, you're right.
But you know where you got it from if you do.
I'm just saying, right. Okay, no doubt.
That's what I want.
You know what's up.
I want to also do like I want to have like silk screen and heat press and direct to print. I want it to be a one-stop shop when you come to my storefront.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then we could do interviews and stuff in there as well.
That'd be the home
and
base,
then
I
be
guess.
featured in the magazine. So I want it to be a one-stop shop.
Wow. Okay.
When I do the storefront, so
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. And like I said, I'm appreciative of everybody that supports Code 31 Media Magazine.
Yeah.
Y'all go get that. Chuck D, shout out to him. Shout out to Red Band. Especially Chuck D. He's working on his own magazine. He asked me to help him with it. So hopefully we can reconnect for that. And just shout out to
everybody.
The Mayor Eric Adams.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Senator Cordell Clear for her inauguration. Shout out to Jemani Williams. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to KRS-One again. Like I got to see him and Curtis Blow and Melly Mel and Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, jeez.
Red Alert. I got a quick Red Alert story for you guys. I met him over
Uncle Red.
20 years ago at Houlihan's. We took my mother out for her birthday. It was me, my mom, and my sister. That was the first time I met Red. Then when I got into the media thing, I interviewed him and MC Shan.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
That's what we did.
I shot that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that whole night.
Yes.
That was you and me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Van Silk.
Yeah, Van Silk. Shout out to Van Silk. Yes.
Yeah. So that was another one we did together.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy that everything is like 360. So shout out to Red Alert. I gotta actually put that story in my magazine. So it's like it's a very small world. You never know who you may meet in the industry, outside of the industry. A lot of people knew me before media as Coach D, being a real basketball coach from Southside Jamaica, Queens. So those relationships help me a lot now that I'm in the media, because now I'm running to those people. Shout out to AD the General, who passed away from Elegant Hiddens. That's where I got my start.
I never met her, but I heard so many, once again, I heard so many good
shout
stories
out to
about
Fifi.
her.
Special just passed away, you know what I mean? So that was my NAB Fifi, sister.
Rare Royalty
magazine.
Right.
Shout out to my sis from Rare Royalty. I used to write for her. I used to write for Seti from Human Canvas magazine. And I actually still wrote some stuff for Human Canvas magazine, but like I said, we got to build one another up, not tear each other down. Right. And you can find me at Code 31 Media Interviews on YouTube, Code 31 Media on IG, Code 31 Mag on IG. I'm on TikTok, Code 31 Media. And if you want to email me, code31media@gmail.com. This has been an amazing show, guys.
Hold on. One last thing. Music Money Videos _ on Instagram.
Yes.
MusicMoneyVideos.com. Artists, if you're looking to get your stuff out there, submit your videos so we can get you guys on.
Yes.
You guys need interviews, hit us up, hit me up, and let's make it happen. Let's do what it do.
Let's do what it do. Listen, and if y'all want to be an official sponsor of the magazine, of the podcast, if any clothing lines would like to sponsor me for my shows, hit me up at code31media@gmail.com.
Shout out to FUBU.
And shout out to FUBU for being the official sponsor tonight. It's Coach D and it's Code 31. Another one in the books, S.STREET Media, Code 31.
Cheers.
Something serious. We in the books. It's Coach D and it's Code 31. Thank you, guys.
Ain't nobody stopping the code.
Code 31.
Ain't nobody stopping the code.
Not at all. It's pretty obvious. Let's get it.
That's cool, man.